The NFL is all about having the best matchup on Super Bowl Sunday. The better the matchup, the more viewers watching. The more viewers watching, the more money for the NFL. Today, I'm here to tell you why the Cleveland Browns versus the Detroit Lions would be the best Super Bowl matchup this year. I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why that could be one of the best Super Bowls ever. And at the end of the video, I will be covering the worst Super Bowl of all time. Before we get into the video, like and subscribe right now. Reason number 1 is that this would be an unbelievable coaching matchup between Kevin Stefansky and Dan Campell. I'll start by going over Kevin Stefansky. Stefansky has improved the Browns' record from going 7-10 last year to now boasting an 11-5 record. He has won games with a laundry list of quarterbacks which include P.J. Walker, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Deshaun Watson, and the man who found the fountain of youth, Joe Flacco. We will get into Joe Flacco later. The Cleveland Browns have locked up the 5th seed in the playoffs, and Mr. Stefansky stands as the betting favorite for NFL Coach of the Year. Now let's get into Dan Campell. Campbell has improved Detroit's record from 9-8 last year to 11-5 this year. The Lions currently sit at the 3 seed in the NFC playoffs, but that is subject to change with the outcome of Week 18. Detroit has won their division for the first time since 1993, and that's all thanks to their aggressive coaching nature this year. Campbell sits with the 3rd best odds to win Coach of the Year, only behind DeMeco Ryans and Kevin Stefansky. Safe to say this coaching matchup would certainly be epic. Reason number 2 is both teams have rich history, but also have been historically bad. The Detroit Lions in the 90s were must-see TV, with Barry Sanders cutting through opposing defenses like a knife week after week. Also, Detroit with Calvin Johnson was epic because of his awesome catches and his 2012 season where he set the record for most receiving yards in a season. On the other hand though, Detroit hasn't won a playoff game since 1991. The Lions are also one of 2 teams to finish a season at 0-16. That season was capped off by Dan Orlovsky running out of the back of the end zone. Not a good look. The Browns' history is somewhat similar. The Browns of the 80s were unbelievable with quarterbacks like Brian Sipe and fan favorite Bernie Kosar. Cleveland more recently beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs in 2020 with Baker Mayfield at the helm. Now let's get into the really bad. In 2017, the Browns made history by being the 2nd team to go winless at 0-16. From 2016 to 2017, the Browns mustered up a record of 1-31 in that 2-year span. The 3rd and final reason this Super Bowl matchup will be the best is because of the veteran quarterbacks that have revived their careers. Jared Goff was traded from the Rams to the Lions, which made it seem like his career was likely nearing its end. Detroit did right by Jared Goff though, and put great players around him. Goff has an 11-5 record this year and has showed no signs of slowing down. Now, on to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco has been on the Cleveland Browns for a short time now, but sports a 4-1 record as a starter. Despite only playing in 5 NFL games this year, he is ranked 23rd in passing touchdowns. His career likely seemed over after the Ravens traded him to the Broncos in 2019. Now it seems like he has enough left in the tank to compete for a starting spot next year for a different team. Before we get to the conclusion of this video, I'm going to go over the worst Super Bowl of all time. The worst Super Bowl of all time had to be Super Bowl 53 between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. The New England Patriots ended up winning by a score of 13-3. This is regarded as one of the worst matchups because of its low entertainment value considering all of the blowout wins in recent years. In conclusion, I believe the Browns versus Lions Super Bowl would not disappoint. The Browns sport the NFL's top defense while the Lions have a top offense. I mean, what more could you possibly want? Let me know in the comments what you think the best Super Bowl matchup would be for this year.